Talk a little bit about that, the role of a parish, and even more so, how can we help make our communities more mission and discipleship driven?
So it's interesting to think about just how is our parish offering opportunities for the head and the heart? How does the parish help feed people's prayer lives, but also help them grow in their relationship with Christ through catechesis, through knowledge, through coming to know Him more? And so when I first came onto the parish, Father David and I looked at this document from the USCCB called Disciples Called to Witness. It's just like this very practical look at evangelization in the modern world, and kind of just talks about those who are walking with Christ, who already know Him, but need to be re-energized. Most people who leave the church, it's not like they're angry. They get busy. Their schedules get full. They just got out of the habit. And so what do we do to help pull those people back in, to re-energize them into their relationship with Jesus Christ? Of course, there's the ones who've never heard the gospel before. We need to reach out to those too. And the document goes further to talk about, well, when are the hearts most open to receiving the gospel, to receiving the good news about Jesus Christ? And so it looks at when people are in marriage prep. You know, their hearts are open because they're dropping their nets, so to speak, like St. Peter, and they're following Jesus in a new way, into a new sacrament they haven't lived before. So there's this humility that happens as they're entering into this new season of life. So what do we do to offer them really good formation during marriage prep, but also those first 5 to 10 years as they're learning to navigate these new waters? We look at when they have their first child, that humbling experience of, wow, Lord, you trust me this much to be in charge of something so beautiful and so precious. So what are we doing to help support them in those years? And then a lot of our parishes have the blessing of a school, which is one of our primary modes of evangelization, of helping people to grow as disciples. I can't think of any other ministry where we get that much time with our disciples. I mean, if you do the math, the number of hours that we get with our students is absolutely incredible. So what do we do to deepen our teachers' relationship with Jesus Christ as they're walking with these students and their relationship with Jesus Christ? And then we look at how to close the gap. You know, who's not in our school? So what are we doing in our Sunday faith formation programs? How are we forming our catechists? How are we helping form those families outside of our school? Then we look at people's opportunities for conversion through grief, through suffering, through loss. How do we help people in these hard times? And so we've been looking at those areas and launching ministries into each one of them. Now, again, you can't do them all at once, and you have to form the leaders and the mission, but you can do it. You can do it through prayer and through launching very intentionally into each of these areas and supporting people in all these different seasons of their life to walk with them. It's really incredible to look at all these different aspects in our parish. A vibrant parish is one that has all these layers going on. You know, if I look at the schedule of our parish, there's each of these that are available, these opportunities for the sacraments, for Mass, every single day. We have the sacrament of confession offered 3 times a week, but people know that they can contact Father anytime outside of that. We have opportunities for people to come together and pray the rosary. We have people who want to come together and pray the Stations of the Cross. We have an adoration chapel if people want their private time. We have resources like Formed if people want to keep growing in their own catechesis and their time of prayer at home. So we don't do just like one program, one slot. We try to offer this variety to meet people where they're at and to keep walking them further.
That's beautiful. And it gives us in our personal lives as well a venue in which to invite people into. So while we can continue to accompany someone, we're inviting them, hey, it's not just me. There's people like me all over the place and in my neighborhood. And let me introduce you to these folks and let's walk together.